welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming for you a health update. As you can see, I am feeling not even comparable to the last video that I filmed about my oscillating thyroid diseases. I am still currently hyperthyroid. My levels are much better. I've stopped having the hyperthyroid symptoms. So some of the symptoms that I was having is a lot of hair loss, like enough to cry in the shower after I would very lightly touch my hair and it would come away covered in hair. So that was happening every single time I would touch my hair. So pretty significant hair loss, which I don't think I've ever had it that bad before. So that was pretty discouraging. I thought I was going to go bald. I didn't. Growing my eyebrows back. See, you can see all my hair, like this was receded really far back and now I've got little baby hairs growing. So that's good. Also, some of the other symptoms that I was getting was extreme exhaustion, like to the point where I almost couldn't walk around the house. It was heading towards a thyroid storm, and so my endo was quite worried, but managed to bring it back with the medication that I've been taking. I was taking a lot. I was taking PTU only because I had used that one before and I didn't want to try a new medication. So I was taking 3 tablets in the morning and 3 tablets at night, which I feel like that's a lot. I don't know. Now I have cut that down to 2 tablets and hopefully we can cut that down even more. Now, depending on what is going to happen, my endo has decided that if we're not going to do the ablation, like pretty much the radioactive iodine to kill my thyroid, I'm on the fence about doing something about it. Like, if it can be managed with medication, I feel like it's better to have a thyroid than not to have one. I may be wrong, but I've survived this long with a malfunctioning thyroid, and I feel like having an organ that does the job, even if it does a bad job, is always going to be better than synthetic, even though I still need the synthetic. I don't know what I think. Anyway, I try not to think too much about it because it will make my head hurt and then I'll spiral. So basically what I am doing now is I'm on the thyroid blocker, which has stopped my thyroid going crazy. When it does switch the other way, which it will eventually, we are going to go on a blocker and hopefully back on the thyroid extract. My body responds really well to thyroid extract, better than the other medications. So I'm quite happy with thyroid extract. I don't get any symptoms from it. I don't get any side effects is the word. I don't get any side effects from the thyroid extract, except when my body is hyper and over medication symptoms. So based on my last video, I was telling you about how I was taking thyroid extract and then I actually stopped it without telling my endocrinologist, which is never a good thing, because I was getting all the symptoms of over medication. And I was like, how is this possible to have all these symptoms of over medication when I am not even taking any medication? So that was bizarre that my body would, and my endo was like a little bit surprised as well. And it's been about 2 months on this new medication, and the first, I'm gonna say the first 2 weeks was absolutely awful on this medication, but I stuck with it and things have seemed to settle down. My body has adjusted to the medication and I've also lowered the level as well, so I feel like I'm at the right level for now. That could change very quickly. I'm very well aware of that, especially with my particular oscillating thyroid disease. But at the moment I'm in a good place and I'm hoping to watch my thyroid very closely. I said to my endo I'm not willing to get my thyroid removed or ablazed just yet, because even if your thyroid is malfunctioning, I feel like if it can still work on medication, I feel like it's worth keeping. For now anyway, that may change. But yeah, we're going to use a blocker later on. No, we're using a blocker now, and I'll continue to use that, I believe, until I decide to either get my thyroid removed or ablazed. But for now, I think it's still manageable. I'm still okay on the medication, and I just feel like I need to watch it a little bit closer. My endo wants to watch it a little bit closer as well and see and try and catch me before I swing the other way, which is the problem, is that I swing too quickly and we miss it. So we got to catch it before when it starts happening. We did seem to catch it, but my endo seemed to, and we kind of misinterpreted it as me just taking too much medication. So we did cut down the thyroid extract initially, and so that started creeping up. But now that she knows that I have, like, I've had both antibodies in the past. I've had Graves' disease antibodies and I have Hashimoto's antibodies. So it just depends on which antibodies are the most high or prevalent at that time. So she needs to, and I need to be on it with my blood tests and just really catch it before I swing, so we can adjust my medication accordingly. So just got to be on it, just got to be aware of how I'm feeling. And I'm the best indicator of that. Well, my body is the best indicator of how I'm doing. I just need to pay attention to that. And hopefully I'll be able to continue to manage this as well as I think I have. I don't know what the likelihood is of having 2 rare diseases, but I'm just open to it now. Like, it's nothing, I don't think anything can really shock me anymore. If I have weird symptoms, it doesn't really shock me, like, oh, you might have this other rare disease. Like, it's like, yeah, probably do. Anyway, I have my energy back. I am exercising again. I am just really loving life at the moment. I can't really describe it. Health is, like, you can't do life without health. So naturally, the first thing that you do after you get a new drug is that you Google the heck out of it. And you really shouldn't, but I was looking at all the side effects, and let me tell you, I had most of these side effects before I even started taking it. So I was like, how am I going to tell? So how am I even going to know if there's a problem? For example, hair loss, difficulty tasting food, numbness, burning of the hands and feet, joint and muscle pain, dizziness. And it goes on. Headache, skin rash, chest pain, shortness of breath, which I have a lot with adrenal insufficiency. So I was just like, you really shouldn't Google the side effects unless you're having some weird symptom. Anyway, you should probably not Google and probably go see your doctor. That would be the smart thing. What I say, not what I do. So one weird side effect that I am having from PTU is a lot of gallbladder, liver problems, which I think I already have. Well, I know that I already have liver problems. I get jaundice quite easily, even when I'm on a healthy diet that isn't too high in fat. I've had 2 gallbladder attacks since I have started this medication, and the same thing happened when I was on this medication last time, a couple of years ago, that I would have gallbladder attacks all the time. And that was from eating things like really not even that high in fat food. It was just, I was having a very low in fat diet and I was still struggling. Like, even using olive oil and all these things, it was causing a lot of problems. So I've had that again. I've had to cut down my fat intake quite a lot, which I don't really want to do. I really enjoy my healthy fats. I really enjoy my salmon and all these healthy foods. So I have managed to be able to eat quite a lot of avocado, which has surprised me a lot because they're quite high in fat, but I haven't been having any nuts. A real trigger food for me is eggs and peanut butter, I've noticed. And I can't eat lamb at all. That is a trigger food as well. Like, I will have almost instant pain, but I can kind of tell when I'm heading that way. I get really sleepy, really nauseous, like I don't want to eat food, and then pretty much the next day I will have a gallbladder attack that will last. The last one lasted me 4 days of not being able to eat proper food, and it's just not a great way to live when you're completely worried about fat intake all the time. I don't think that's healthy. So I do need to still see my endo about that. Other than that, I found it quite manageable at the moment. I'm still doing all my healthy liver supplements, like taking milk thistle, taking turmeric, drinking a lot of peppermint and chamomile tea, drinking lots of water with lemon in it. Like, it's just, I'm constantly doing these things, and if I skip them, it's a big problem. But sometimes I need more than that. Like, I've been adding beetroot to my smoothies, but it's still not enough. I'm still waking up with yellow eyes, the dry skin, that kind of thing. I haven't had pain again yet since I've been following, sorry, the camera died. What was I saying? Yeah, I haven't had pain yet since I started this brand new way of eating, which is kind of the old way that I used to eat, that allows me to get as much fat into my diet as I can without going overboard and ending up with another gallbladder attack, because that is so not fun. I would rather, I don't know what I would rather, but it is not fun. I vomit, I have diarrhea, I can't eat food. I have this, oh, I'm cooking cookies, so I don't want them to burn. That's why I'm talking so fast. I want to get this done so I can go rescue my cookies. I have tried to have this diet that has allowed me to have as much fat as I can without going overboard, and I really watch my eyes. As soon as my eyes start to yellow, even the next day, or I get that extreme fatigue, or I start to feel nauseous, that's when I've gone too far and I need to pull it back, and I need to have more lemon, more teas, and cut down my fat a little bit. So it's been a little bit of a trial and error. I've gone back to trying not to eat too much meat during the day and saving my meat for only nighttime. Meat tends to be a trigger, especially if it's like not as good a quality meat. So yeah, I've been doing well eating low fat meat at night, trying to have like vegan or vegetarian options for lunches. Like I said, I've been fine with avocados. I haven't had any nuts because I'm not sure what they'll do to me, and I'm really scared. I really don't want to have another gallbladder attack. Anyway, this was not meant to be a whole video on gallbladders, but yeah. Another thing I've also been doing to help with that is acupuncture for gallbladder, and I believe that's really been helping. I don't know how it helps, but it does. Anyway, this is my health update. I am doing so much better. I feel so much better. I have my energy back. Levels are good. Even stress and anxiety, I have some anxiety, but it's manageable now, and I know, like before it was kind of to the point where there was nothing I could do that would actually manage my anxiety. Now I feel it coming on, and I have a lot of strategies of how to deal with this anxiety. I think because I'm at a good level with my thyroid, it's actually manageable. So I'm doing really well. And I hope that if you're watching this video, that it will inspire you to really find that good balance, because once you find that balance of your diet, your lifestyle, your health, your mental health as well, once you find that balance, and you end up in a really good place, it's such a lovely place to be in. And it's when you can actually live, and when you can actually enjoy life and do the things that you need to do and do the things that you want to do. So I hope this video inspires you to find that place and to not give up, to not feel discouraged just because you're in the midst of the storm. It will pass, and you will find that balance if you keep striving for it. Find what works in your body and do what you got to do, because it's not really up to anyone else to tell you how to live a healthy life. It is what your body tells you and what your body needs, so listening to that as well. So all the best on your health journeys, and thank you so much for joining me on my journey as well. See you next time.